Hello everybody, I'm DuckFaden07 and this is welcome to another video. This is a pretty strange one. We are going to go through two warrior tribal lists, and we are going to see the gameplay of each one if I have time, depending on how long will this take. Okay, so we got two entirely different lists. Both lists are warrior tribal decks, and they are pretty strange. And I will try to explain what is the purpose of each of these lists. Okay, so these decks are not strong. They are not tired at all. Not tier 1, 2, 3, or 4, or whatever. They are beyond that. This is purely for to have some fun playing it and try to win some games in weird ways using cards you don't play usually. But on the other side, the deck is really not that weak, and we are going to take a look at these two strategies. Okay, this is one. So this is more kind of more usual tribal strategy. So we are playing some 1 mana warriors, some 2 mana warriors, 3 mana warriors, and the best warrior in the game, Winota Joiner of Forces. Luckily, a lot of these warriors are humans too. So we are taking the Winota strategy to cheat some of these human warriors into play by triggering Winota. Okay, it's easier to do that in this version because we have Pyre heroes, so we can play Harald. Do you know who Harald is? So the Harald is an elf warrior which enters the battlefield, looks at top 5 cards of your library. You reveal warrior and put that card into your hand. So it helps you look for Winota. It also triggers Winota on the attack, and you can sack Harald as well as the other warriors to find Winota and then win. Simply, in most cases, just win against your opponent. Okay, unfortunately, this warrior tribal doesn't have creatures that can be used to remove other creatures or permanents. So most tribals, kind of in modern currently, need that kind of card to be really playable. But we have some form of removal here. Just a second. Okay, sorry, had a phone call. I'm back. So. This we are playing some humans in this deck to be able to get them from the Winota ability. Our best humans are Russian foremost. This creature has double strike, and when it enters the battlefield or attacks, it gives another target warrior double strike. So you can do lot of damage here, because especially if you have Paragon into play, because it gives your creatures a trample and also +1/+1 counter. So if you get this from the Winota ability with this on the field, that means that it will enter the play with +1 counter and give another creature double strike, which can lead to a good amount of damage at that moment. So we are also playing one warrior lord for 3 mana that we can pyro heroes in it, and if needed. Or we are also playing Walker, so we have some ability to play warriors from the top of our library, try to grind our game. Also, Harald serves the same purpose, just to be able to find the answers we need and sometimes be able to play a longer game. Winota also enables you to kind of stay in the game, in the late game, because if you just have few warriors on the field, it can do a great job by just top decking Winota and making one attack, or even if not top decking Winota, then sacking your 3-drop into Pyre of Heroes can always be very dangerous. So for 1-drops, I'm playing Pelt Collector. Pelt Collector is a warrior elf which gets +1 counter when a creature enters the battlefield or dies. Um we are playing Varnacatl. This is a cat warrior. It's a 1 mana 3/3. So pretty aggressive 1-drop for the tribal. We are playing one Sting Scourger as a 2 mana creature we can Pyro Heroes for um and get bounce opponent's creature to hand. Also, very aggressive 1-drop Spell Collector and Wild Cattle will often be 3/3 on turn 3 or sometimes 2. Okay, so Bramble Paragon is like a Metallic Mimic, similar to Metallic Mimic. It gives each other warrior a +1 counter. It also gives trample to every creatures with a +1 counter. Chief of the Edge is a pretty aggressive 2 mana lord for elves. Each warrior gets +1/+0. Honor Crop Captain, it's not a lord, it's not a typical lord, but it's a warrior. It's a human also for Winota, and when it attacks, other creatures get +1 until end of turn. Unfortunately, Winota ability, when you put Honor Crop Captain into play with Winota ability, it doesn't trigger this ability, but it's fine. As for 3-drops, we are playing one Vengeful Rebel. So as I was saying, we don't have creature removals in this deck, but have a few solutions for opponent's creatures. One is bouncing your big opponent creature with Sting Scourger using Pyro Heroes. And another one is sacking your 2-drop to get Vengeful Rebel. Vengeful Rebel then triggers a Revolt, and target creature opponent controls gets -3/-3. Okay, so that's it. And last plan is, of course, Pyre of Heroes into Winota. Okay, so on the sideboard, we are a 4-color deck with one Zagot Triumph that gets us blue mana, so we are able to play a Leyline Binding. I don't want it in the main board, but against some decks you just kind of need it. We are playing it for Goblin Crater Maker. This creature is a warrior, and it can set itself to deal 2 damage to creature or destroy colorless permanent. So it's pretty good against artifact decks, saga decks, hammer time decks, and stuff like that. So we're also playing Force of Figures, Endurances, as Graveyard Hate that we can play for 0 mana, but also we can cast it for 3 as a 3 mana 3/4 beater. And it's not an warrior, but it has really it's an interesting. It's always a good option to play on your sideboard in this kind of deck. Okay, so we could possibly also play Orvar, but we will see maybe if we try this deck another time. Okay, so another option. I just finished a league with this another list. It's a lot more aggressive strategy. Okay, so it's basically elf 8-whack. Okay, so we are playing a lot of warrior elves. All these elves are also warriors, and the strongest thing this deck is trying to do is playing Bramblewood Paragon, uh, which puts plus counters on other warrior creatures, and Yoraga Warcaller, which enters the battle, which gives all other elf creatures +1 for each counter on a Yoraga Warcaller. So you can pair these two and play Yoraga Warcaller for just 1 mana, and it will enter the battlefield as a 2/2 with 1 +1 counter, and it will give all your other elves +1. So these tokens from Dwynn Elite, Elvish War Master, but also Lenovar Stalkers, Pelt Collector can grow pretty quick, pretty large. We also have a Metallic Mimic here. It does the same thing with Yoraga Warcaller. You can name either elf or warrior depending do you have any non-elf warriors in your hand, or do you need it to trigger the Elvish War Master, or you just want it to be a warrior. whatever. Okay, and all the bushwhackers are actually warriors too. All the eight, the reckless and the goblin bushwhacker are all warriors. So we are able to play all these lands that support the chief of the edge in this Gruul, otherwise Gruul deck. And Chief of the Edge is a 2 mana warrior lord that makes your warrior bigger, but just in power. It's also 3/2, so it's very aggressive. And I just finished the league with this deck as a 3/2, so it's it's a meme deck. It's a weak deck, but it's a deck that it's a fun to play, and sometimes you just want to play a few fun games and try to win, surprise people with a funny strategy like this one. So we'll just go through some games. Okay, just let me check where it is. I played a lot of bad strategies lately. Hmm. Okay, I think this was the 3-2 league. So we'll just first watch the Bushwhacker version of a deck, and then we will play live the Pyre of Heroes version. Okay, so this game playing first, not the greatest hand, definitely, but it's just I think it's just fun to watch these kind of games. So playing Elvish War Master means if my opponent doesn't kill it, I will have a really good turn 3. Unfortunately, my opponent does kill it, attacks me with the Channeler. I draw some more creatures, so I play my Paragon, I play Llanowar Stalker as a 2/2, so I'm hoping to get land next turn, so I can play Chief of the Edge and the Reckless Bushwhacker. My opponent had a lot of these, had 2 removals, which really stopped me from being aggressive here. I get my land, so I'm able to play a Chief of the Edge. Llanowar Stalker gets +1 from each. Enter the battlefield. Trigger. I play my Reckless Bushwhacker. Get haste to all of my team, so I get exactly 13 damage, and I just one-shot my Murktide opponent after they killed 2 of my creatures and get Turbo Delirium. So I think this was pretty good example just how aggressive this deck can be and what it's trying to do really. So uh, let's watch game 2 against my Murktide opponent. Okay, so I have decent land here, but unfortunately no one drop. If I had another good one drop here, for this deck, it would actually be playable or some creature that can kill other creatures, for example. Better than Sting Scourger. Okay, my opponent kills the Paragon here. I should have blocked last turn really, but I decided to block it this turn. So I just go for Metallic Mimic to try to boost my team. Okay, so I draw Paragon Sago for Paragon to make my warriors bigger, and also play my Dvinan Elite first, so I get a token, and I can play another Dvinan Elite next turn and Chief of the Edge. So it will really make a lot of these big creatures, and my opponent is done. My opponent doesn't have a solution for these Dvinan Elites. And that's it. So quick games against against the Murktide opponent. I think the next matchup was four-color Omnat. I keep decent hand. Unfortunately, again, and there's none of my best one drops. When I draw Bramblewood Paragon, I decide to keep this Yoraga in hand because it can be pretty aggressive. Okay, so I decide to go for the Elvish War Master because it can really go wide quickly, and I want to play Paragon or Yoraga next turn. So this way I get a token with the counter and I get a Yoraga with counter, which then boosts all my elves, and I have a lot of elves already on the field and also in the hand. So they can possibly be very huge next turn. My opponent goes for Omnat, but at this point I just draw another Yoraga, so I kick it, make my team huge, and they're forced to jump with Omnat, and they block Yoraga, so I have exactly lethal. A very quick game against my opponent. They really didn't play much, just an Omnat, and lost the game. Okay. Okay, so had decent, I had a good hand in this game. So I'm able to play Lanovar Stalker. This Lanovar Stalker can be pretty aggressive in this deck with Dvinan Elites, War Masters. Okay, so my opponent goes for Elvish War Master here, which is fine. They play Binding, Iteration, Find Forest. So I go for my Pelt Collector, pump my Lanovar Stalker. It's important to trigger abilities good here to get the counter on Pelt Collector first and then Bushwhacker pump it. My opponent is already on fire because I had a Bushwhacker attack, and I had another Bushwhacker on the field for exactly 5 damage, and that's it. Okay, so very, very aggressive, quick games. Unfortunately, it doesn't work like this in every game, or this deck would be a tier 1 deck or whatever. But it's just a fun deck that can surprise and win some games. And I just have it on my radar for sometimes because it's so fun to play this type of decks, and it can just if wizards print maybe 1 2 decent cards for this deck, it can really sorry, I accidentally misplayed. Not misplayed, but misclicked in this turn. I think I wanted to do the Bushwhacker for 1 mana and then play Reckless Bushwhacker for 2 mana, but I accidentally clicked on Mimic, which is fine. It was also okay. I just needed the land to play my Bushwhacker. I just needed the land to play Bushwhacker. Now I don't even need it. I have Pelt Collector, Bushwhacker to kill all of my opponents' creatures next turn. So I just go for the Mimic Pelt Collector. I have my opponent is on 2 life, so I have Bushwhacker in hand to with haste to kill it. My opponent finds Ballista to save himself, but I get another 1 mana creature to finish things on this turn. So that was it. Game 1 against my Tron opponent. Okay, this Tron opponent was very angry at losing to Meme, a warrior tribal deck. So he was pretty angry, just trash talking a lot in the chat, but it doesn't really matter. I'm really, as a zoo player, and mostly zoo player, I play a lot of stuff. I play really bad decks. I play much worse decks than the zoo, like for Zoo is actually much better deck than most other decks I play. So, okay, my opponent had a Tron from hand on turn 3, which is pretty good. They played Chalice of the Void, but my opponent wasn't a very good player. So I play my second War Master, I put the Karn on 1. My opponent just played a lot of these 1 mana spells into his own Chalice, and I had Chalice is just not that good against me. Most of my spells cost 1 mana. I just have a few spells that cost. I have a lot less spells that cost 1 mana. So in this situation, I was able to kill Karn, do 10 damage to my opponent. My opponent 0 cards in hand, but top decks another Karn. Gets a bridge. I get a green card. To cast my Force of Figure. Didn't have another green source to kill him to kill him before, so I was forced to let him use Karn. One more time, I get a few more cards to my hand so I can decide which card I will ditch to Force of Figure. He immediately uses the Ballista to kill some of these creatures. I don't care for this Chalice. I don't care for this Chalice at this situation, so I'm just want to kill the Karn and continue attacking my opponent. He's on 9 life here. Doesn't have much going on. I just play Chief here, pump my entire team, do as much damage as I can. He can of course kill my 2 drops here, but my tokens make lethal. Okay, so we will now watch the live gameplay of the Pyre of Heroes version, and I will not. We will not watch the losses I had with this deck because they were just pretty quick. I had terrible hand, mulliganed twice, and just I was overwhelmed by my opponents. I didn't do almost anything. This deck just type of deck just as a normal 8 deck. It just kind of loses to itself. Doesn't have enough pressure start or too much lands or whatever. And that's it. Okay, so we'll now focus on this deck. We'll go to the live gameplay of this part of Heroes version, and we'll now watch um, how this Warrior Trouble play out. I don't expect much from this strategy. I hope to win at least 2 games out of 5, maybe 3. So we'll see. I think 3-2 would be a great score for this deck. Maybe 2-3 is more realistic or worse, but I think 3-2 is kind of manageable. Okay. Just it's a one-lander. It's a one-lander. What's my opponent playing? Kahira. Oh. Well, that means they probably play Prismatic Ending, which means after a while may not be that good. I just kind of don't want to mulligan too much also, so uh, I'm playing second. I'll keep this. I'm not looking to win trophies here, or I just want to try to win a few games. I'll concede fast if things don't go my way. I don't care. We'll just try to have some fun. Try to have luck with top decking some lands. Okay, here's with top decked our first land. Unfortunately, it's a forest. It's not the greatest top deck. Okay, I will go with the Temple Garden here. So if I draw like a fetch, I can maybe play Chief of the Edge. Oh, sorry. Okay, my opponent is probably wondering. Okay, so my opponent has the Prismatic Ending, as I predicted, and they're playing the Rise and Reef version. Okay, at least I have a land to play my Paragon, so I'll do that. I'll do that. So unfortunately, this deck can do a lot against the Risen Reef. If they get Risen Reef on turn 3 plus some pitch elementals, it's probably game over for me. But we have other matches to try to win. They're playing first and playing Risen Reef on the curve, also destroying my Ethervile. Pretty good, pretty good. Uh, without an Ethervile, I would have a much better chance. With the Ethervile, I would have a pretty good chance to try to win this. But if they have some few pitch elementals in hand, that will probably be it. Prismatic Ending will also, all my mana screw will also work. Okay, I'll just F6. Unfortunately, I can't kill this Risen Reef. I only have one removal in the main board. It's Vengeful Rebel. I need Pyro Heroes to try to fetch it. My hand was kind of dependent on Ethervile. Unfortunately, it was the Prismatic Ending deck. It doesn't matter, I just want to draw a land to try to play some of my spells. I won't have a land, but I will have Pyro Heroes. Okay, so I just attack here. Okay, my opponent has the Solitude. Let's see if they have the Ephemerate. Actually, there's really not a lot of these decks around. It's very rare to see 4-color Omnat Pile on MTGO at the moment. Okay, they get another Ephemerate ability, and I will just wait until I draw a card. If it's not a land, I will concede immediately. It was a long shot to keep this hand, but you know, I just want to get it through the league, get a feel of a deck, and this is the Omnat. I will just concede this. Let's not worry about this too much. Let's just go with the other matchup. So Goblin Crater Maker can kill can kill this Risen Reef, so I'll definitely put this in. I don't want this 16 Scourger in this matchup, it's useless. I definitely want the Crater Makers. Okay, so I don't want to put out too many. I don't need a long game here, so I need to cut some of my creatures here. I don't want to cut too many of the humans. But Realm Walker seems kind of useless, maybe. Maybe not. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what else. What else? Maybe Pyro Hero seems too slow. Maybe I keep just one Realm Walker so I can Pyro Heroes for it. And that's it. Okay, so let's try this. At least now I have a solution for Risen Reef. Maybe I should play the Crater Maker in the main. But oh well. Okay, so it's a decent hand. Unfortunately, all these cheap creatures are humans, so they don't trigger Winota. But my 1-drops do. Okay, so I'll start with Godless Shrine tapped, and that's it. Let's see if we can win few games. Okay, I'll go for the cavern named Warrior. I think I'll play Honor Cropped Captain. A lot of chiefs here. Hmm, interesting. I think I'll go for Arashin Foremost here. I'll give this captain double strike, and then play Chief of the Edge next turn for with two double strikers. Maybe play two chiefs next turn. Should be pretty aggressive. My opponent is already on 14. They probably have Ryzen Reef again. I hope they don't have Fury and Ryzen Reef. Well, if they have Fury and Ryzen Reef, I'll just concede. Maybe not. Maybe try anyway. But it should be pretty unplayable. Okay, they don't have Fury. That's great. And I can just play both of my chiefs here. So pretty good, pretty good. I play one chief. I play my second chief. Okay, so I like this. I like this. I hope they don't. I hope they don't have. Okay, so okay, I'll give this one a double strike, and this one gives this one a +1. So I have two double strikers. My opponent is on 4. I have infinite damage on the field. My opponent needs ephemerate. Okay, they go for Horizon Reef again. I hope they don't have Fury ephemerate. It would be pretty devastating. Okay, so we succeeded to win the game. Pretty good one. Okay, so do I want anything else? I don't think so. Harald, maybe good here. But I need to board something out for these crater makers. Really need to have solution for this Risen Reef, whatever. Okay, so I just go like this again. But it's really hard. It's really hard to win against Fury Solitude deck, Risen Reef on the draw, where they can deal with my Ethervile. I would probably lose the game one even if I had the Ethervile on the field, but I would have decent chance. Okay, let's try to win one more game. Fury is really good. Fury is really good against this deck, of course. Against Fury is the killer of all the tribal decks, of course, and the Solitude Ephemerate is not bad either. So it's a decent hand, I gotta say. I have it a while. Pelt Collector, way to deal with the Risen Reef. So it's cool. It's cool. We'll try this. Okay, so I don't want for opponent to kill my Pelt Collector with Bran, so definitely want to play this at a while. Let's hope they don't have Prismatic Ending again. I'll just shock myself for 2 here. Play the Vial. Okay. My Vial will win, lives. That's good. That's good. Pyre of Heroes. That's interesting. Hmm. Kind of want to play the Pelt Collector, pump it immediately. Then maybe use the Pyre Heroes when I have 4 mana and I can activate it on the same turn. Guess I will do this so my Pelt Collector doesn't die to Wren. Of course, they can die to Fury, but I don't care about it. I'll just scoop to Fury, no problem. At least I have a solution for to kill Risen Reef next turn if they play it. I expect them to play the Risen Reef now, sorry. I have solution for it on the field, have solution for it in hand, some good. Okay, there it is. Okay, so just please, opponent, no Fury. Okay, thank you, opponent. No Fury, thanks. Okay, Bramblewood Paragon, it's a decent option here. This is interesting. Maybe I failed here. I could have gone for Paragon and Crater Maker to make my Pelt Collector 3/3 and get more damage through. Yeah, I could have done one more damage to my opponent this turn. I want to kill the Risen Reef immediately. So I'll do 2 damage to Reef. Okay, that's done. I'll play my land here. Play the Paragon. And now play my other Crater Maker as a 3/3 to pump the Pelt Collector. I should have done this before combat to get one more damage through. Next turn, if I draw a land, I have Pyre Heroes, and first I can give double strike to one of my creatures, maybe this one with Trample. And then a Pyre Heroes for Winota, and maybe win the game on the same turn. That could be pretty good. My opponent has the Bolt. Okay, let's do this. Let's draw a land. Come on, let's draw a land. To win, we need a land to win against 4-color or not. Come on. Land. No, it's not a land. Wow. Okay. Okay. It's just, I'm still good. I'll just play Harald here. Try to search for Winota or something. I pump my Pelt Collector. It's too bad I wasn't able to win on the same turn. I'll take Crater Maker to hand so I can kill this Risen Reef. Okay, I'll just go attack. See if they block. Okay, no blocks, so I'll just play a Russian to give this one a double strike. And to do a lot of damage here. Okay, so 10 damage, my opponent is on 4 life. But they have probably something crazy next turn. I wasn't able to kill this Reef with Crater Maker. Because I didn't have a second white to cast the Russian from hand first. So I was forced to use mana on Harald. If I got the land, I would be able to get Winota with Pyre on the same turn and kill my opponent immediately with Winota. It's not certain, but I would definitely be in a very good situation. Too bad I just didn't find the land on that turn. Maybe I should have played the Pyre before. I use my mana every turn. I had to kill the first reef. But it's a pity, yeah, it's a definitely pity. Let's see what my opponent does. Maybe it's just a Teferi, okay. Teferi is not a problem. I don't mind Teferi. Okay, they bounce the pelt. That's fine. That's fine. They didn't have omelette. That's good. I just hope they don't have. I hope they don't have Solitude Ephemerate or Fury Ephemerate at this point. I'm interested to see what I will draw now. You can see that my one drop was a 4/4 at this point, so it's a pretty good one drop for this tribal. All these creatures you play are 2 mana 3/2, 2 mana 2/2, or with the Paragon they trigger it more easily as a 4/3s, and so Pelt Collector pretty good one drop for a tribal deck. Okay, so my opponent shocks in. If I played, wow, another reef. They're really searching for a solution here, which is good. This means they don't have it. So they can't have the ephemerate here, so I think I'm in a pretty good situation. Whew. Will I go take this to 4? Probably. Probably, yeah. I will. Play a land. Okay, so I can go Pyro Heroes. I can go Pyro Heroes. Sec the foremost, but I don't think it's good to sec foremost in situation where he is a 3/3 trample double striker giving another creature double strike. Okay. I think I just play Pelt and Creature Maker. Maybe they have Solitude, maybe not. Okay, let's go Pelt. And let's see what happens. Does my opponent have Solitude here or something else? Okay, Solitude is in. We're playing Creature Maker now. Goblin Warrior. Okay, as expected, here is the Solitude. They'll probably remove the Arashin. So I have a Pyre for next turn. Could be good. If they live through this turn, of course. They have to survive this turn first. Let's see what they have. Okay, they go for the Bramblewood Paragon. Wow. Okay, so my creatures lose the trample. But now my Creature Maker is in. And I can just kill one reef. Like this. So my opponent loses the match. Yeah, that's it. Okay. 1-0 for the Pyre Warriors. Let's go to the second match and win some more games, yeah? Not the greatest hand, 4 lands. 4 lands is a lot for this deck, but we'll try it. Playing second is not great too. At least I can play my Triumph. Oh, I can't play my Triumph now. I have good one drop, so that's decent. I'll just go with the Stomping Ground, play my Valnekatel, attack my opponent for 3 on turn 2. That's always a good start. Okay, so my opponent is playing Kahira. I'll just surprise my opponent by playing. I expect a counterspell. I expect them to say counterspell. I will. What I'll do here? Just a second. I think it's better for me to play Honor Craft Captain here than the Paragon. Maybe not. Let me think about this. Yeah, I think it's more aggressive, but to play the Honor Craft Captain here. I think I'm expecting the counterspell here, so I'll just play Cavern of Souls, play my captain, and unfortunately Nakat will be a 2/2 this turn, but it will be a 3/3 next turn, so it's okay. I just hope to not draw any more lands this game. I'll maybe save Triumph for cycle. Okay, here is the Nakatal. I'll definitely go for the white land first. I'll go with Godless Shrine. Play my Paragon here. Will I play in the Cattle? I'm not sure. Let's just attack first. Maybe it's not worth it to play. They're playing the Binding probably. After if they play Binding, I will play my Nakatel. If not, I maybe save Nakatel to play it with. Okay, sorry, they found the planes, so I'll go for Nakatel. What are they doing? I don't know. They can play the Verdict here. Okay, just the Teferi. The Teferi is fine. The Teferi is fine. Okay. Okay, they're dead. They're really, really dead here. Okay, so I just play my Foremost. I'll make this Nakatal a double striker. And then play my land. And I win this game. Okay. Very quick game against my opponent. Do I want anything here? What can this do? 2 damage to creature. Destroy colorless permanent. So I wonder if my opponent is playing the Chalice of the Void. Chalice of the Void is not even good against me. But this Sting Scourger is definitely bad here. Maybe Crater Maker would be better option for main. Okay, I'll put this Crater Maker in. Maybe I want a second Crater Maker. I think I do. I'll just do this. Remove 1 Captain. And that's it. I don't need a Rebel too, but it's okay. Maybe they play Solitude, so maybe I needed to kill Solitude. I think this change is fine. We'll start like this. Okay, so doing pretty good so far. Just 1 land. That's not very good. Okay, this is better. This is better. This is better. Okay, I'm keeping this. So, well, if I keep the Stomping Ground and Godless Shine, I can't cast my Chief of the Edge. So I need the Godless Shine and the Foothills. I need a green. Okay, sorry, this is kind of hard. I kind of need the Stomping Ground and Godless Shine for my Nakato. So it's pretty weird. It's pretty weird. I guess I'll have to cast a Chief from the Ether Vial. I guess I have to do it like this. I'll just hope they don't have the prismatic ending for a while. Hmm. Okay, Cavern of Souls is good. Cavern is good. Okay, I'll play the Godless Shrine another while. I want to make mine Cattle 3-3 as soon as possible. Let's see if my opponent kills my Vial. They don't, so it's good. Okay, I have a Foundry now and Cavern, so I have ways to cast my Chief. So I'll play my Cavern on Warrior, play my Paragon, and hold the other Vial to put Nakatal in with the counter. So it's a 1 mana 4/4. Wow, it's pretty cool. 1 mana 4/4 on turn 2. Hmm. I think I'll do this immediately. I'll let them use the fairy, whatever. Use the fairy if you want, it's okay. I'll turn off auto yields because of the Ether Vial. Do they play the fairy? Yeah, of course, it's not a problem. I'll yield the tail and step, they bounce the Nakatal. I killed the fairy, play my Nakatal, play my chief. I'm good. Of course, the Supreme Verdict is a problem. Big problem. Okay, my opponent doing what? Let's show chat now to see if my opponent maybe wrote something. Not okay. Uh, okay, I'll put this on to another Chief of the Edge. That's interesting. Okay, so let's see. I play my Stomping Ground here. I play my Wild Nakatal as a 4/4. I play my Chief and pray my opponent doesn't have the verdict. Okay, will I go for the fairy here? I kind of need to go for the fairy here, yeah, unfortunately. Yeah, it's okay. Hmm. Don't play verdict, please. Please don't play verdict. I think they're not going for verdict. Yeah, they do. Unfortunately, yeah, that's verdict. That's how it is. Okay, it's okay. I have good cards that can get me out of this. I'll probably put this to 3. It's actually a decent card here, so I'll just attack for 3 first. Then I'll play my Pyre of Heroes. Sack this one. Sack this one. I will find, I think, Harald. Probably Harald. Harald gets me another creature. Yeah, I think I'll get Harald. Okay, There is the Winota and the Realm Walker. Wow, that's really good. Both are really good now. Hmm. I'm not sure what I want more in this situation. I really want the Realm Walker. Obviously, Winota can win game in one attack. But if I get to win Realm Walker, I can sack it to find Winota later. Hmm. It's interesting. Interesting. Wow. I need to reveal this card, so it's if I take Vinota, it's really not. They can prepare for it. It's really not a surprise. So I think I'll just take the Round Walker. Okay, I'll just put Round Walker in end of their turn. Okay, this game should be pretty interesting with Pyre of Heroes in the play if they don't get rid of it. Okay, so I hope they don't have Solitude. Okay, let's see. Warrior. Yeah, Warrior it is. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. What can I do here? I can play my Crater Maker. Second to Pyro Heroes. Okay. What I'll find here, let me think about this for a second. Is this like a sorcery thing? Activate only as sorcery. Yes, it is. Okay. It is a sorcery. Okay. Maybe I can find Arshan foremost. I'm expecting a Solitude here, really, so maybe it's just best to go for second round Volker. Hmm. Okay, I will just go for the attack first. Let's see if they'll play the Solitude. On the attack, I should have attacked with Volker, obviously. Okay, play your Solitude. Okay, my Herald has Menace. They decide to go for Herald. Wow, okay, that's fine. That's fine, that's fine. Okay, that's good. So I can now go for a second Herald. That's exactly what I wanted. Oh, I can go for Rebel too. That's interesting. That's interesting. Rebel is nice. Herald is kind of also nice. I think I'll go for Rebel here. Unfortunately, I can't cast this. But I guess it's fine. It's fine still. I have my Pyre in place. I can do a lot of stuff. Okay, Jace. Jace. They can bounce because I can play it with Ethervial immediately. Let's turn off the auto yields. They shock the breeding pool. This means they have a Leyland Binding, so they need 2 mana to play the Binding. That's cool, that's fine. I won't put this on 4, I have more 3. and I can search for Winota whenever I want. So I just hope they don't binding my Pyre. Okay. Pelt. Pelt is good. I'll just play Pelt from top of my library. Okay. Then I'll just play the Nakatal to grow my Pelt. Then I'll use the Pyro Heroes. Wow. What I'll use my Pyro Heroes on? I think they have binding, so I don't want to go for Winota still. Maybe just a second Cattle to get counter on Pelt. Find the Chief. Chief would probably be good. I think that's the way. Yeah, I think that's the way. So I'll go for it. I'll go for this. Sack the Nakatal. Pelt gets a counter. Get the Lord on the field. Try to attack for a lot of damage. Okay, pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting for me to play this. Okay, I have Chief, I have Bramblewood, Honor Crab Captain. A lot of options. I think Chief is definitely the best one here. So I'll just go for this. Definitely want to kill Jace. Okay, so this one is going for Jace. And both are going for Jace. Let's just kill Jace. Okay, so just don't do the second verdict, and I knew they had a binding. It's fine. It's fine. They go for Realm Walker. Now I'm safer from no verdict. Okay, just at the fairy. The fairy is fine. The fairy is fine. I hope they have a handful of counter spells. So I think I'll now go for Winota. Will I put this on 4? Probably not. Okay. Okay, I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. I could also go for a 3-drop. I need to think about this for a second. I can go for Winota. Obviously, if they have removal, they'll kill Winota, but then I have 7 damage and I'll kill the Teferi, which seems okay still. Okay, I'm going for it. Here it is. Winota. Belt gets a counter. Dress down. Okay, it's a dress down. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Again, I have to kill the fairy. Wow. Just killing the planeswalkers. I kind of really have to kill him. Okay, and now Winota is on the field. They have to do something. I have lethal on the board. They play the deluge. They need the second white and the verdict. Let's see if they have it. Or maybe just a removal for Winota at this situation to survive the next turn. Wow, This is just a lot of fun, really. Okay, is this a verdict? It's not a verdict. Wow, this is really good for me. What they'll do here, they just bounced the Winota. Wow. Is it okay? Okay. It's cool. Okay, now the vial will go on 4. Now the vial will go on 4, so I'll just start with killing the fairy. I'll start with killing the fairy, definitely. So, kill the fairy, please. Okay. Okay, I play my captain. I play my sack my Pyre of Heroes. I get Herald on the field, find another creature. Wow, this deck can really grind pretty nicely. Get another Runwalker to hand the Runwalker, just a pretty good threat here. Will I play this land? Maybe I do just play this land now. Yeah, I'll just play it. I have enough cards. That can really grind well with this Pyre, Herald, Runwalkers. It's pretty decent. So let's see what will my opponent do now. What they bounce? The Chief, the Herald. Wow, they bounce the Herald. Wow. Okay, bouncing Herald is decent in long term. Okay. Okay, bouncing the Herald means there is no Winota ability next turn too. Let's see if they kill the Winota. Yeah, they do. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That is fine. No to the vial. Okay, so what now? What do I do now? Wow. I think I go first for to kill the Teferi, try to kill Teferi, right? Kill another Teferi. How many Teferis did I kill? Oh, wow. Just one? No, two, three. Okay, three Teferis dead. Okay, let's just try to kill Teferi first. Okay, Teferi dies. That's good. Yeah, Teferi dies. I don't think I want to use Pyre this turn. I think I just want to save Ramvolker in hand in case they go Verdict again. Play Pelt and Herald. I think that's a decent plan. I'm kind of not sure even if I want to play the Pelt. They'll be able to use their useless counter spells in hand. But I guess it's fine. Countering Pelt doesn't matter that much. Okay. Okay, now I go with Cavern to play my Herald again. What will I find? What will I find? Okay, counter on Pelt. What will Herald find? It's a Winota. Another Winota is interesting with the Violon 4, definitely. I think I'll take Winota. Okay, this is really good. Winota at instant speed. My opponent on 10. I already have all lethal on the field. With Winota, it gets even crazier. What is this? Archmage Charm? Okay, it's Archmage Charm. That's fine. Archmage Charm is fine. Whew, it's a turn 10. Wow. And I'm still fighting the best control deck in the format. Thanks to the Herald and the Runwalker, I'm in the Pyro Heroes, I'm really able to grind here and get a lot of 2-for-1s. It's a Shark Typhoon for 6. Wow. Is this enough for my opponent to survive? They have 2 cards in hand. I hope it's not a verdict. Is it a verdict? It's not a verdict. It's just an ending. They get token. Go for Harald. Okay, that's fine. Fine. I get what? I didn't get a counter. But oh, it's exile. Sorry. Pelt triggers only on a kill. And another ending, unfortunately, on the pelt. Wow. That's really unfortunate. 2 prismatic endings. Wow. That's unfortunate. 2 prismatic endings is really unfortunate. Okay, so my opponent has 0 cards, so at this point I'll just play my Winota and f6. Another pelt. Wow. Whew. Okay, let's go for, let's play these spells. Let's play the pelt, let's play the Ramvolker. Counter on pelt, warrior, land on top. Unfortunately, I can't now shuffle this land. Maybe I should have gone for Ramvolker first. But I really wanted the counter on the pelt. I'll just attack with both. Okay, they go double block here. They go double block here, take 3. They have Memory Deluge in hand. But I have 3 creatures for next turn. So they need something else too. They'll probably start with Deluge for 7. 5, 6, 7, and they have the 3 mana left after that, but they go for Scry. Maybe they forgot about the Deluge in graveyard. I think this is really good for me, the Scry. The best play for them in this position would definitely be 7 mana Deluge, get a 7/7 token here. Okay, so let's see what did they find. Leyline Binding would obviously be good for them. I need to hurry speed things up here to not run out of time. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. I think Leyline Binding is probably the best draw for them at the moment. Memory Deluge into Leyline Binding would also be pretty good for them. Okay, so okay, I will do the Ether Vial. I will do the Pyre. Maybe I do the Pyre thing immediately. I think if they go the Leyline Binding, it's a weird. If they have the Leyline Binding, then they'll kill Ramvolker, block the chief, kill the chief, and what's It's a weird, very weird position for me here. I can go for Winota here, so they have to play binding before combat. Wow. Pretty weird position at the moment. I kind of just have to go for this attack, but I feel the Leyland Binding coming. I don't like it. Maybe even Archmage Charm. Okay, let's just go through this. It is a Leyland Binding. It's not. It's a Memory Deluge. It's a Solitude. Okay, it's a Solitude. Okay. Okay, they let the Realmwalker live. They let the Realmwalker live. Okay. Wow. It's a Solitude. I can't believe it was a Solitude. I don't want to draw these planes, but I really want my Realmwalker. So it's a pretty strange situation. I can only find the Winota, but Winota is kind of useless. But these planes is pretty bad, so I just have to sack this, get the Winota on the field and pass the turn. I think I will lose this now, but I have the next game, so it's fine. It is fine. It is fine. I was very close. I was very close at this. And they go Solitude. Okay. Okay, I get it. I lost this one. But next one I'm playing first. And I have a good feeling about this. Okay, so let's see. I'll check the draw. I'll check the draw. If it's Harald, I may keep it. Nah, I can't see it. Okay, so let's go to game 3. Okay, that seemed pretty good. Pretty good. Captain. Do I want a captain? Do I need this Crater Maker really? Maybe. I'll just go like this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Let's go. Let's have a good hand and win this. It's a good hand. It's a decent hand. I have a good shot trying to do this. So I can go. What can I do to play Valnekatel on turn 1 and then Chief of the Edge on turn 2 and then Arashin Foremost on turn 3? Wow. Wow, I need to go for Temple Garden. I need to go for Temple Garden into Sacred Foundry, I think. This is really weird. I won't have. It is really weird, mana. Okay, Overgrown Tomb could work. Yeah, Overgrown Tomb could work. Yeah, I can go Sacred Foundry next turn. That's the best option, definitely. Wow. Okay, I'm new to this deck. I just made this mana base, so I'm not very familiar with it. I need to play this one fast, so let's just try to be faster this one. Okay, I'm going for, let's speed things up. Let's speed things up. I have enough time to finish this. I just have to speed it up a bit. Okay, at a while coming at the wrong time. I hope I have Sacred Foundry deck. Do I have Sacred Foundry? I have Sacred Foundry. Wow, that's great. Okay, I go Chief. Attack for 4-3 Nakatel. Wow, Nakatel is so good in this deck. Imagine having 4-3 1-drop in a tribal deck attacking on turn 2. Wow, that's really great. I think this be too slow for their. I think it may be too slow for their. Let's see, and do I go for? I don't think I go for a Russian foremost here. I go for fetch first, definitely. I need second white. I need second white. It's a temple garden. Okay, it's a temple garden. So I think I go with Etherwile first. I'll play chief before combat because it's a lord, so I kind of have to. Okay, the chief is in. Let's try this. Let's see what my opponent does. Probably Leyland Binding, one of these creatures. Yeah. Still attacking for a lot. Okay, 4 damage getting through. Okay, it's the fairy. Fine. The fairy is okay. Ah, the verdict will probably get me. I'll go for, of course, I'll go for the foremost. I don't have nothing else to do. I'll just play my Cavern of Souls, name warrior. I have Ethervile for my. I can't waste this for 6 damage on the fairy, so I just go face. Okay, my opponent is on 5. Unfortunately, they can play Verdict. They can play Verdict as instant here. That's really, really bad. Wow. Instant Supreme Verdict. That's hard. That's hard, but I couldn't miss on that 6 damage. I kind of need to put this in a Cuttle in. Let it die to Verdict. Unfortunately. Things kind of didn't go my way, really. I will cycle this. Okay. Let's do this. Let's attack. Go Verdict. Okay. Oh my god. It's terrible. It's just terrible. Maybe I should have hold it. Nakatl. Ah, it's definitely rough. Definitely rough. Still have chance though. My opponent had a few stuff to deal with my creatures on time. Had the Leyland Binding turn 2, Teferi turn 3, curved into Supreme Verdict. Wow. So I just play my other Nakato. I was really close here. Okay. It's too bad. It's too bad. I feel like I was really close to winning here. Maybe I needed. Maybe if I went the Arashin on that turn, it would be different. Probably. Probably maybe. Probably maybe, yeah. Maybe it would be more damage. Wow. Even Kahira is pumping the Nakato. That's really good. That's it, unfortunately. That's it. So, pretty close games. Pretty close games. I will stay for another turn if I draw the Harald. I think these were pretty close games. Unfortunately, didn't make it. Didn't make it, but it was pretty exciting to play this match. Ah, wow, it's Winota. Winota. Okay, that's it. GG's. Yeah, almost 2-0. Almost. Almost. If I didn't play my Nakata end of that turn, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. They had too much in that game. In the second game, I played second, so a bit slower. So for that reason, I was better against Verdict. In the third game, I kind of went all in, tried to win before the Verdict. Let's see. Let's see. I keep this definitely. So I have decent hand. Pyre, Vile. It's okay. It's not super aggressive. Hmm. Okay, let's see what I can find with this Verdant Catacombs. I need red and white. I think I need white more. Hmm. I'll just go for a Temple Garden here. Play my Etherwild, and that's it. Okay, Tron opponent. That should be decent. Okay, it seems like it's an E-Tron. It's not an E-Tron. It's something else. Oh, that's decent. I'm able to cast my Chief. So it was a good decision to go for Temple Garden last turn. Huh. I think Chief is the best option here. Wow, my opponent is now really... I just would love to see the faces of my opponents at this moment where I play Chief of the Edge or Cavern of Souls named Warrior, or I don't know, like Honored Crop Captain on turn 2. That's really strange, wow. I think Pyre of Heroes could be best used on the turn 4 if you or 5, 6, whatever, when you have 4 mana and you can immediately play it and use the ability to surprise your opponent. It's mostly doable when you in games where you have Ether While in play. Maybe I have, I don't know, maybe I have too many humans, but I don't think so. I have borderline amount of humans in the deck. It's not great to draw this amount of humans with Venota, but it's decent. They do their job too. They can be sacked to Pyre. What? They just... I don't understand. Okay, so they just discard the Chalice, draw a card with Relic, got the power plant, so... Hmm. I play this. I play the Belt. I play the Belt. I play the Pyre. Hold the Honor Crab Captain. Hmm. Okay, I can't attack really. Can't attack unfortunately. So I will try to win with Winota this game if possible. Okay, they discard the second Chalice of the Void. Okay, that's fine. Okay, I'll just put my captain on the field. So, really nice to have a 1 mana 3/2. That will be 4/3 next turn. Eventually gets a trample and double strike with the Russian foremost, so it's pretty good. I think this tribal kind of misses maybe 2 cards to be pretty good. Having a Wild and Cultural Pet Collector as your aggressive 1-drops, it's kind of crazy. The Chief is great too. It's just a Karn, okay? It's just a Karn. My opponent is searching for what? Ensnaring Bridge, okay. They can play this turn, but they have a very good blocker. I can't use Ethervile, unfortunately can't use Pyro Heroes, so this could be deciding in this situation. Okay, a playable spell, that's something. I will cast my playable spell, okay? I really need to kill the Karn, of course. Can I deal with the ensnaring bridge? I don't think I have. Do I have something to deal with? I don't think I don't have anything to deal with ensnaring bridge in the main. So I lose this game, unfortunately. It was kind of slow game, a slow hand. Okay, but let's just play a few more turns out. Let's see what happens. Okay, I have. So, I thought this was a Crater Maker. I should have really played the Crater Maker in the main and not a Sting Scourger. Yeah, the Crater Maker would be so good right now. Sting Scourger would be also good if I can just bounce this token. That's why I played, so I can bounce the Goif, the Murktide, the Construct token, whatever, but what to do here, what to do? I think maybe a best option at this moment is just to go Realmwalker. Okay, so I'll go with these two. Okay, so I just go like this. These two go on Karn. I need to kill it. This one going face. My opponent will decide which one will they block. Okay, they go for Captain. That's fine. That's fine. Hmm. I can maybe try to go and they'll play. Sorry, I forgot. They'll play the Ensnaring Bridge, and the game will end on next turn. The problem is my creatures are too large now. I really need smaller creatures. Ah, they have second Ensnaring Bridge. Wow. They have 0 cards in hand at the moment. That's fine, that's fine. I'll just play my Realm Walker. Okay. Name Warrior. And see my list once again just to check if I have a solution for it. I don't think I have it, but I'll just check it. Okay, played in a cattle. Okay, check it. Let me just check the list. Let me just check the list. No Boseiju. No, there's nothing. Nothing. I need the Creator makers, sorry. Creator makers should be really good. Really good. Okay, that's it. That's it. I can concede in this match. I don't have solutions for. I'll just concede. But now I can put Creator makers in. Remove the Sting Scourger. Maybe remove one captain. Do I need the Rebel? I don't know. I still don't know if they are E-Tron. I don't think they're E-Tron. So I can probably remove the Rebel too. I'll remove one Pyre and that's it. Maybe one Leyland Binding. Okay. Oh, it's this seems keepable. Seems keepable. Have 1-drop, 2-drop removal. Opponent molds to 6 to 5. Okay. I have a chance here, definitely. I want to get. I want to fetch. Try to start getting these lands out. I'll go for a tomb here. Play my pelt. That's it. Okay, Basilisk Color, that's fine. Ether Vial on top. Not the greatest draw. But it's okay. I will go. Going with Paragon this turn. I pump my pelt. Next turn I can go Crater Maker Vial. There's a Saga. Okay. Unfortunately, this doesn't kill Urza Saga. I'll go for Foundry, okay. Okay, I'll play the Crater Maker to pump the pelt. Okay, I can attack for 5 now. I have an option to destroy the expedition map now. Or play the Ether Vial. Playing Ether Vial is really not relevant, but I kind of want to attack with the Crater Maker next turn. There's a lot of damage here at the moment. They probably need the expedition map. I guess it's probably just better. Okay, sorry, not this, but this. I guess it's probably just better to kill this. Yeah, let's go. They have another. They'll find the expedition map here again, but it's fine. Play another fetch, get basic this time. Planes, play my belt. In case something dies. Okay. I won't attack with the Paragon here because they can... Or maybe it's even decent to... Maybe I shouldn't... definitely shouldn't have destroyed this map. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. I'll change with Paragon for construct if they want. Yeah, they do. I get them to 10. I need to draw something like Winota. Winota would be great, really. Probably Winota will probably end the game on the spot. So there's definitely always that. So also more creature makers or what is it called? Halvar. What? I'm not sure. Haldar. What? The elf warrior. I forgot the name. That would be good here. Okay, so Zagotram is not good, definitely. I'll cycle this. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Another land. Wow. Not good, not good. I can't attack in this situation. Flooding, flooding, flooding. Not very good. Karn is not good news. I definitely failed with the Crater Maker on Expedition map. I could have attacked with the Crater Maker or killed this Construct token. Definitely a fail. It just wasn't, this Expedition map wasn't very relevant. Let's see what they do with the Karn here. Still searching for the Winota, Halvar, whatever. I think Tron should be decent matchup for this deck, but the hands just weren't very aggressive as they can be. There was no Winota, and bad draws. So another while. See what I'm talking about? So these are definitely bad draws. Land and while in this situation. I think this is mostly done, but I'll still wait for Winota. I'll just concede. It makes no sense. Let's throw a card. What? Okay, Winota was next card. Wow. Really unfortunate. So Winota was next card in situation where they will cast the Sundering Titan and kill all of my lands, and I'm unable to use the wild because of the Karn and can't kill it. Wow, this was really close. If I had the Winota on this turn, so let's look what I would get. 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I would get the Chief here. Chief would pump the other Pearl Collector. Then another 6. At least another Chief. Maybe even something better. Okay, it's the blocked. Okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, 1, 2. It's nothing strange. I've expected to do 1, 2, but we are putting up a very good fight. So far, I think I had a chance in each of these matches to win. Just needed a few better draws. It's just a variance. These decks are not very strong, but they can definitely surprise the opponent. And the Warrior Treble is something I have on my radar for some time, waiting for some cool warrior to print so I can gem this deck for real. But it's definitely a cool one. It's definitely a cool one, fun to play. I definitely had a lot of fun even in these games I lost. Especially second game was pretty fun. Okay, let's try to win this one to keep the score decent. Let's try this. Okay, playing first, opponent mulliganing to 6. Decent hand. I feel good about this game. Mulligan to 5. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. Okay, so warrior. Okay, I bet my opponent is don't understand anything at this point. They are not sure why am I playing Cavern of Warrior on turn 1. Okay, it's Giver of Runes, so it's Hammer time. Hammer time is kind of strange. Okay, so I think I'll go for Paragon this turn, so next turn I can go Pelt into Chief. That seems decent. Hammer should be a lot better after board, or if I decided to put Crater Makers in. With 2 Crater Makers in the main board, I would have a pretty decent chance to have a solution for their turn 2 Cigar the 8 Hammer. Okay, let's see if they have it. They don't go for attack, so that's cool, that's cool. Okay. I can't double spell with Paragon here, which means I have to play Pelt and Chief. So that's what I'll do. I'll go for another Pelt. Then I'll go for the Chief. Pump my team. Let's hope they don't have Hammer. If they have Hammer, I am pretty much in a bad situation. Okay, I got to do this. Okay, they don't have Hammer, and if they have Hammer and land, I die from the Nexus. Yeah. That's usually how it goes. They put Nexus into creature, attack. I can't block it. Yeah. Surprise me, attack me just for 1, please. Okay, they have Hammer. It's nothing weird, but I have a lot. I have a much better situation post board. I have 4 Force of Vigors and I have Goblin Crater Makers. These should be pretty good. I don't think I even need the Leyline Binding, it would be too much. The Pyre will need to go here in this situation and these one-offs. I don't want the Realm Walkers that much too. Mm-hmm. 61. Let's see what else. What else? Paragon Chief, Captain. These cards are cool. Harald finding my Crater Makers, Sting Scourge, Winota. Maybe I just cut 1 Winota here. I'm not sure about Realm Walkers. Hmm. Maybe a one realm walker is better than the third captain. So I just go with 3 Winota. I think this is fine. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. No lands. Easy mulligan. 1 drop into 2 drop into 3 drop. That's decent, I guess. Let's keep this. Let's see what lands do I need. What lands do I need? Needs Temple Garden. I think I had to put Zagot back. I think I don't want Leyline binding here. I think I just want Leyline in the matchup. Okay, I go for to remove stuff like Murktide, some big creatures that don't play green or Poseidon to deal with the Leyline. So I'm just keeping it for that matchup. To kill the Shredders, to kill the Murktides, stuff like that. Okay, let's see what I'll do turn 2. Turn 2. Captain is a more aggressive play. If I go with the Foundry, I will also have 2 white for Arashin, which means any third land casts the Arashin. So that could be the good option. Yeah, I think I go with Foundry here. So the Captain is kind of the most aggressive play here. Yeah, I'll go with Captain. Attack for 3 this turn, attack for a lot next turn. The cattle will be 4/4 with double strike. If I get the land, of course. Okay, I will die again from the Inkmot Nexus next turn if I don't draw my force. Pretty, yeah. I just can't do anything about it. Unfortunately. I think I just play the Paragon here. No, I'll play the Pelt. I'll play the Ethervile. Attack for 7. So one force of figure would just easily win me the game here. Unfortunately, this is not a deck where you can mulligan to for force of figure. You just need to keep a decent hand. I hope to top deck it. Yeah. Okay, same situation as last game. I played against the Hammer League before, and I won easily 2 games with the force of figure. And in this situation, so you just play force of figure, kill the Inkmot, kill the Hammer, and it's a complete blowout. They just lose. But if you don't draw it, it's just over. So let's try to go for a 2/3. I hope to go for 2/3. I think the deck deserves a 2/3. Um, this is I always, when every edition comes out, I always check out what warriors will come in this edition. Is there anything interesting? And always try to revisit the the few builds I have. These two are not the only one. There is also elf version with Vinota and some humans. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Pretty cool that Vinota is a warrior. And I think in a game two, you saw that deck can do some pretty fun stuff. But this is just a matchup, really weird matchup where you either draw the force or you don't draw it. You just win easily with force and lose without it. I keep a one lander, whatever. I don't care at this point. We are 1-3, trying to hit the 2-3 with a bit of luck maybe. Okay, Zagotrium is a good start. It's nice. It's a land. Okay, is this a Murktide? It's probably Murktide. I think I have a decent shot against Murktide, especially with Vile in the field. I think I'll just play the other Vile. Okay, Pierce. Pierce is fine. Pierce is fine. Pierce is fine. I will just violin my creatures. Okay. The iteration. Let's see if they find the creature. Ledger Shredder, which they can play pretty good. I think I will win the Murktide matchup. Of course, they can have the nuts, but I feel pretty good about this. I may try to resolve the Pyre here, or... Cool, cool, cool. I think I'll go for Runwalker first. Play stuff off of my top. Okay. Runwalker is that already got the value. Play the pelt. And now I'm able to play my Pyro Heroes. I'm pretty satisfied about resolving Pyro Heroes here. I have a Herald. Have two Heralds actually, so next turn I can play Herald, immediately sacrifice it, get counter on Pelt, find Winota, attack with Pelt. My opponent is focused on killing the captain, but Pelt is better creature here. They'll play the Murktide, so I'll be able to get Winota. Okay, so this will stay on 3. This will stay on 3. I will play the Herald with Ethervile. Get counter on Pelt. Okay. What I get? Another Pelt. Wow, that's decent. I'll take another Pelt. Will I attack this turn? If I attack this turn, I will just kill my Pelt. Not sure what I'll get. Maybe if I get the Foremost, I'll have this as a double striker, so it's worth it. Okay, seems good. Get counter on this Pelt. Put Winota in. Get counter on both Pelts. So I'm looking for Arashin Foremost at this situation. Let's find the Foremost to get a double strike on this Pelt. Ah. No, 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 no. I didn't get it. Didn't get it. Didn't get it. It's fine though, I'll get Sacred Foundry here. Okay, another counter on this belt. At this moment my 1-drop is a 5/4 creature. Okay, my opponent is going for the attack. No counter on while. Yeah, I go for attack first. Let's see what will they kill. Maybe I do Harald first. Maybe I'll find something relevant. Let's see what I find. Kargan War Leader. Wow, Kargan War Leader seems okay. Kargan seems definitely is an okay creature here. Can probably play it immediately. Let's see what they do. If they counter this, they don't. Okay, I go for the attack. Let's see what they have. Okay, they can't win this. That's cool, that's cool, that's cool. So I have a Leyline Binding here. I definitely like Leyline Binding here. That's what I said before, why I have it in the sideboard. Sting Scourger is better than Crattermaker here. I just want these bindings. I don't even want the Endurance, I think. Endurance is not bad, obviously. What do I take out? What do I take out? Everything is pretty good. Everything is pretty good. Sorry, just a short bathroom break. I will stop the video. Okay, sorry, I'm back. So what do we take out? All cards are pretty good. Maybe I just want like 2 Leyline Bindings on the... Oh no, sorry, I'm on the draw. I think I want 3. Yeah, I think I want 3. So what shall we do here? Probably drop 1 Captain. I can probably drop 1 Pyre. Maybe this War Leader that just won me the game. Maybe 1 Realm Walker. Okay, 1 Realm Walker it is. And let's start the game. Okay, so Zagotrium and Plains means I can cast my Leyline Bindings. I'll keep this on the draw. Okay, so I can even go... I need this actually to get my red source. Probably Stomping Ground, so I'll just go with Zagotrium here, so I can go a Stomping Ground on turn 2, play both of mine Cuttles. Then have Plains later with Bindings and Full Domain to kill the Shredder, kill the Murktide or Blood Moon. Okay, let's go for the Stomping Ground. Okay, another Nacatl. And pass the turn. So next turn I can go Binding the Pyre if they play the Shredder. Okay, they play the Iconoclast. I'll definitely Binding that immediately. Okay, I'll definitely binding that. Okay, let's attack first. I can maybe binding in response to the fetch. Okay, so what I want to play this turn? Maybe maybe I want to play a binding before they're able to play spell pierce. Let them get one token. I think that's maybe the best. Probably. Okay, so I'll play around spell pierce, not wait for the fetch. I'll just do this, kill the Iconoclast immediately. Then I'll play it a while if they want to pierce it. It's fine by me. Okay. They probably pierce this. No, they're not pierce this. Okay, so they probably don't have pierce, which is good to know. Okay, they have 2 mana up. Can put Nakatel into play with Etherwile, and I can try to see if they'll counter the Pyre of Heroes. If they counter the Pyre, they don't counter the Pyre, okay. So I just don't attack this turn. I put Nakatel in with Vial and just wait until they attack so I can attack them, or until they tap out so I can play the Binding. Whatever comes first. I can go, I can violin the Valnakatel next. Uh, yeah, I think I'm in a pretty good position here. My opponent definitely won't expect the Sting Scourger next turn. Okay, if do you attack or you don't attack? Let's see. They attack, okay. Okay, considering they're attacking, I'll go for a Leyline Binding here. That's weird. Okay, I'm not sure what they are holding. Really not sure. Okay, it's dressed down. Okay, my Nakatals are 1-1. They kill one Nakatal. Okay. Okay, this is fair. I'll just attack for 2. I'll just attack for 2, play the pelt. Consider sacking the pelt into what? Just let me think about this. What is currently in my deck? I need to check the list. I can go for Paragon, Chief, Sting Scourger. I guess Paragon is better than the pelt, so I can definitely do that. Okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's do this. My opponent is drawing card. That's a good sign. I'm waiting for Cavern, or for them to tap out, or just a land to try to play my Winota. I can now sack my Paragon to get Harald, maybe. But okay, it won't live. It's fine, it's still fine. Let's see if they play anything. Is it Murktide? I can now go for Sting Scourger and attack for 3. Okay, Vial is close, so it's on 3, and I have the cover. Wow. I have a land, they are tapped. I can play this. Go for Winota. Okay, that's good. I have 2 abilities. Wow, they have the subtlety. Oh my god. Okay, sure. Winota goes on top. Ethervile is on 4 the next turn, so still good. Still good. Top. They removed what? Iteration. That's also good. So I just don't attack this turn. They have just 1 card in hand. I can go Pyre into Sting Scourger if needed. So still a pretty good situation. So yeah, they go for attack. That's weird. Means like they have multiple removal, something like that. Ragavan, okay, that's not a removal. So weird. What they have? Maybe another. I don't know what they have. Oh, whatever. I just put Vinota in and see what happens. I can use the Pyre later, maybe. Not sure what's going on. Yeah, Bolt. Okay, Bolt is good. Bolt is good. This means I have a trigger from Vinota. I can still sack Nakatel post combat to get the Sting Scourger. Okay, they jump the Nakatel. That's also good. So I just sack it. Find my Sting Scourger. Okay, that's good. There on the 2 cards in hand, one of them is Murktide. And that's it. It's a 2-3. I think I deserved more with this league. This could easily been um, 3-2 or 4-1 league on a better day. And guess hammer time, you just really need 1/4 with this deck to win. It's really aggressive. It wins by turn 4. I really had a lot of fun playing this, and just I really enjoyed it, even if I lost 3 of those games. But it was really fun. I think Tron is also a very favorable matchup for this deck. Um, Also, maybe sideboard could be a bit better. It's also possible to play maybe Magus of the Moon in this kind of deck. It's easy to get 1 or 2 basics you need. Whatever. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay of these 2 warrior tribal decks. I think deck misses few pieces to be really good, but there are some pretty good creatures here already. So I think Valnekaltal Pel Corrector are pretty brutal 1 drops, especially in tribal decks. So Valnekaltal is good in Zoo as a 1 mana 3/3, but as you could see in this deck, it's not a 1 mana 3/3. It's most often 1 mana at least 4/4. Sometimes it has a double strike. Sometimes it's a 5/4. Pelt Collector also gets even bigger in the late game. It has the trample, so the 1 drops are pretty brutal. Chief is a pretty good tribal card. It's a 2 mana lord. That's something that only few tribals have, like merfolks, zombies, and a few others. Soldiers, of course. And it's really strong, but it definitely misses another maybe another lord like a Kargan War Leader, but 2 mana one, Standard Lord, something like that. And a few more cards like Disarach Foremost is really good in a lot of situations and can really win a lot of games by surprise. I think the deck also Harald is wow. Harald is such a great card to be able to play in a tribal deck. It's really, I think it's really good. It's a 3/2 a menace guy that gets you another card you need from library, and it often finds a variety of cards that you can choose from. It's really good. I really like this card, and there are some cool one-offs like Vengeful Rebel, but of course I think deck misses. You can also play Realm Walker, some other changelings, of course, but I think deck misses one creature and one lord instead of these Honor Craft Captains. One normal lord that just gives +1/+1 to the warriors or something like that. I don't know. And maybe one creature that can be warrior creature can be used as a removal or something like that, like something like Sting Scourger or Crater Maker, but slightly better. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so hope you like the gameplay. I really enjoyed it. I think sideboards need some work. You could play some interesting stuff here. Arashin Cleric, no, sorry, there's a card similar to Arashin Cleric that gains life, I think, for burn matchup, but I don't, not sure if um, cards like that are needed. I think you can raise it. Okay, whatever. So there are some other options, some more good warriors that can be played here, and Winota is definitely the most interesting one. And you also saw the WEC version. So there are a lot of these elves that are warrior elves. Let me find this deck. Okay, here it is. Here it is, the elf WEC. Elf-8 Wax. So these all creatures are elf and warriors. Spell Collector, Lanoval Stalker. This is a relatively new card from the Numenera United that is really similar to the very popular card played in the normal 8 Wack. Um, it gets +1 into power whenever a creature enters the battlefield, which means if you play it Win Elite on turn 2, this attacks for 3 immediately. In a lot of cases, on turn 3, when you play the 1 mana creature plus Bushwhacker, this gets +2 from its ability and another +1 from the Bushwhacker, which means it attacks for 4. It's a pretty aggressive card in this type of deck with Elvish War Masters, Win an Elite. You can really put a lot of these tokens into play, and together with the Chief and these Paragon spells like Paragon Mimic, I think this version misses one good one drop. I wanted to try Nettle Sentinel in. All other one drops like Wild Nakatal or the Sun Sentinel, which is also Elf Warrior, require you to play planes and basic land types. So maybe that would be better to just cut all these lands. But these lands are pretty good. I want to play them in this version, but you could also play Copperline Gorge like some number of wooded foothills, winds of heat, then play one stomping ground, one temple garden, one sacred foundry, one forest, something like that, to be able and a few of those secluded courtyards to have some mix of those to be able to trigger the Sun Sentinel as another one drop, and but also be able to play Chief of the Edge. So actually, it will be ideal for this version to be Gruul, but I kind of feel like it's unplayable still. It misses some cards without the Chief. Chief is pretty good with these tokens, and the payoff, and unfortunately it's in completely wrong colors, and that's partially the reason why this deck is not great. But it definitely has some potential. There will probably be more warriors in the future, and they tend to be pretty good. So I'm looking forward to ditching this chief of the edges, metal mimics from the deck, maybe metal sentinel or option that you could immediately try instead of metal mimic to try to make this work. If you play the more normal matte base with fetches, and then you could also play like a lightning bolt, cards like lightning bolt in the main, which would be pretty helpful in a lot of matchups too. So there are some options. You could obviously play Nettle Sentinel and Bolt instead of these 8 cards, but the Chief just feels so important, and I'm not sure if I would play this without this kind of effect. So it's definitely flawed deck that's weak, but maybe in the future it has some potential. It's not too weak. You saw how incredibly fast deck was in these 3 wins against the top tier decks in the modern currently. So the Elf deck may be the real thing in the future. It's also playable right now. If I had the Orvar in the sideboard of last game, I could have been went 4-1 into the one league I tried with this. So I think it's decent. I think it's decent, but nothing special. You shouldn't be investing in these decks if you already don't have all the pieces. It's they are not good. They are not competitive. But I think these two lists can definitely be played at the LGS level. Um, and you could definitely steal some wins and have fun with it. So I hope you enjoy the gameplay. If you like the channel, click the subscribe, click the like button, and that's it. That's it for this time. Okay.